Don't worry, this is worth the wait. Welcome to Cooperstown and welcome to the 2025 National Baseball Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Today we welcome back baseball's greatest players, managers, executives, and we welcome 5 new members to the Hall of Fame family. We have 52 returning Hall of Famers for you to see today. Are you ready? 3 times he would win 25 games or more in a single season. A 10-time All-Star and the first Hall of Famer from the Dominican Republic from the class of 1983, the Dominican dandy, Juan Marichal. He would lead the American League in home runs while with the Blue Jays, lead the National League in home runs as a Padre, and lead the Atlanta Braves to their first ever World Series championship. He'd slug over 500 in his 50 postseason games. From the class of 2023, Fred McGriff. He is the second winningest manager in the history of Major League Baseball. He became the first Hall of Fame manager as well to return to the field after induction, winning his 13th division title with the White Sox in 2021. From the class of 2014, Tony La Russa. A virtuoso on the mound. He has the best park-adjusted ERA for any retired starting pitcher in the history of the American or National League. He won 3 Cy Young Awards, leading the Boston Red Sox to a long-awaited World Series title in 2004. From the class of 2015, Pedro Martinez. 22 years as a big league skipper. He'd be named Manager of the Year 3 times. He'd win 3 division titles with the Pirates, 2 pennants with the Tigers, and a World Series championship with the Marlins. From the class of 2024, Jim Leyland. A 5-time batting champion, he would also lead the American League in on-base percentage 6 times. He would later help the New York Yankees to a World Series title in 1996 and passed the 3,000 hit milestone as well. From the class of 2005, Wade Boggs. An incredibly durable pitcher. He was a 20-game winner 7 times in an 8-year stretch. He'd retire 6th all-time with over 3,100 strikeouts. From the class of 1991, the first Canadian-born Hall of Famer, Ferguson Jenkins. His .390 batting average in 1980 is the highest since Ted Williams topped 400 in 1941. He played all 21 years with the Kansas City Royals and led them to the 1985 World Series title. From the class of 1999, George Brett. He would retire with the most hits and doubles of anyone at the catcher position. An 8-time All-Star, he'd hit 300 or better 6 times for the Cardinals, once more for the Milwaukee Brewers. From the class of 2020, Ted Simmons. He started opening day 14 consecutive years, the all-time record. And in those 14 years, he pitched 400 more innings than anyone else. In 1991, he pitched the only 10-inning shutout in a World Series Game 7, helping the Minnesota Twins to a World Series title. From the class of 2018, Jack Morris. A mammoth figure at the plate, he averaged over 40 homers and nearly 300 total bases a season for a 9-year stretch. In the 2008 American League Central tiebreak game, his 7th-inning home run was the only run of the game, sending the White Sox to the postseason. With 612 career home runs. From the class of 2018, Jim Thome. He had the best batting average, on base, and slugging percentage in the National League in 2000, hitting .372 with 59 doubles. That is the highest batting average and most doubles in a single season this century. From the class of 2024, Todd Helton. He helped lead the Oakland A's to 3 straight American League pennants, finishing with a stunning 1.50 ERA in those 3 combined seasons. The American League Cy Young Award winner and MVP as well in 1992, From the class of 2004, Dennis Eckersley. From 1969 through 1980, he would hit .341, by far the best batting average of any major leaguer in that span, and with the best on-base percentage as well. The 1977 American League MVP, he would finish with 3,053 hits. From the Hall of Fame class of 1991, Rod Carew. A dependable and durable star for the Chicago Cubs, he would set a National League record for consecutive games played, breaking the record set by Stan Musial. He would lead his league in total bases 3 times, winning a National League batting title in 1972. Please welcome back from the class of 1987, Billy Williams. He finished his career with 563 home runs, then the 6th best all time. He is one of only 4 players to twice win the World Series MVP award. From the class of 1993, Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. He played an incredible 24 years behind the plate, retiring as the leader for most games played by a catcher and the home run record by catchers. An 11-time All-Star, he led the Red Sox to the American League pennant in 1975, hitting one of the most memorable home runs in World Series history, a 12th-inning game winner that forced a Game 7 against the Cincinnati Reds. Please welcome him back from the class of 2000, Carlton Fisk. He finished more games than anyone else in the history of the National League. For his first 9 years as a closer, he averaged 38 saves a season. After missing a year to injury, he averaged 40 saves a year for another 6 years. From the class of 2018, Trevor Hoffman. The backbone of the Big Red Machine, he was a Rookie of the Year, 2-time National League MVP, made 14 All-Star games. He'd win 10 consecutive Gold Gloves behind the plate, setting the catcher's record with 389 home runs. From the class of 1989, Johnny Bench. One of the all-time great relievers, he helped the Oakland A's to 3 straight World Series titles. In those 3 playoff runs, he threw over 48 innings with a stellar 1.55 ERA. From the class of 1992, Raleigh Fingers. The 2009 American League MVP, he was one of the best offensive catchers in history. He bat .327 in his first 7 years, winning 3 batting titles. A 5-time Silver Slugger, 6-time All-Star from the class of 2024, Joe Mauer. He is the all-time leader in saves with 652. And among pitchers with at least 1,000 innings, he has the best park-adjusted ERA of all time. A postseason legend, he has a 0.70 ERA in 141 playoff innings, helping lead the New York Yankees to 5 World Series titles. From the class of 2019, Mariano Rivera. When he retired in 1998, he was 5th all-time in hits. He led the league in runs scored while leading the Brewers to a pennant in 1982, led the league in hits while leading the Blue Jays to a World Series title in 1993. From the Hall of Fame class of 2004, Paul Molitor. He held the all-time record for saves for 13 seasons, finishing with 478 in his career. In separate seasons, he'd lead his league in saves for the Cubs, Cardinals, and Orioles. From the class of 2019, Lee Smith. A terrific all-around player, 7 times winning a Gold Glove, 8 times driving in at least 100 runs. He finished with over 3,100 hits and 465 home runs. A star with the Padres and Yankees, He would later help the Toronto Blue Jays to their first ever World Series title. From the class of 2001, Dave Winfield. In 1982, he'd lead the American League in hits, slugging, and total bases while playing a Gold Glove shortstop. He'd win the American League MVP that year while leading the Brewers to a pennant. 7 years later, he'd be a center fielder and win the MVP from that position. He finished his career with 3,142 hits. From the class of 1999, Robin Yount. An ageless wonder, he would pitch 25 seasons and over 4,500 innings, winning 283 games. He would lead the Minnesota Twins to a pennant in 1965 and set a record with 16 Gold Gloves on the mound. From the class of 2022, Jim Kaat. An incredibly consistent performer, he was just the third man to hit 500 home runs and clear 3,000 hits, joining only Willie Mays and Hank Aaron. From the class of 2003, Eddie Murray. He would top 230 innings 14 times in his career, finishing with a staggering 60 shutouts, top 10 all time. From the class of 2011, Bert Blyleven. A longtime GM, he put together two dominant Blue Jays teams, winning back-to-back World Series titles. He'd be the general manager for the Seattle Mariners for that 2001 club that won 116 games, before moving on to the Phillies, winning another World Series title. From the class of 2011, Pat Gillick. A little bit. A six-time All-Star, he was a steady run producer in both leagues, driving in over 100 runs both at the age of 23 and again at the age of 40. He'd finished with over 2,800 hits. From the class of 2019, Harold Baines. A breakout star for the Minnesota Twins, he would begin his career with back-to-back batting titles, the first ever to do so, and the first Cuban in the American or National League to lead the league in batting average. From the class of 2022, Tony Oliva. No one in the game's history finished his career with such a flourish. His last 4 years, he averaged a 1.86 ERA, throwing 298 innings per season. He was the first ever three-time Cy Young Award winner. He was the youngest man ever to be inducted into this Hall of Fame. He is the last of the World Series champion Brooklyn Dodgers and the longest tenured Hall of Famer. From the class of 1972, please welcome him back, Sandy Koufax. He amassed more hits and more total bases than any other third baseman in history. He would hit 5 Gold Gloves while also finishing with 3,166 hits. From the class of 2024, Adrian Beltre. He is a 5-time Gold Glover, 5-time Silver Slugger, 5-time World Series champion, all with the New York Yankees. His 3,465 hits have him 6th on the all-time hit list. From the class of 2020, Derek Jeter. He pitched 10 years with the Seattle Mariners, winning the Cy Young Award in 1995, leading Seattle to its first ever playoff berth. He'd later win 4 consecutive Cy Young Awards with the Arizona Diamondbacks, leading them to their only World Series title. From the class of 2015, Randy Johnson. The home run king at third base. He'd retire 7th on the all-time home run list with 548. 3 National League MVP awards, a 12-time All-Star, 10-time Gold Glover. From the class of 1995, Mike Schmidt. He finished his career with 2 batting titles, also leading the American League in on-base 3 times. He'd play all 18 of his years with the Seattle Mariners and is now the namesake for the Major League's Designated Hitter of the Year award. From the class of 2019, Edgar Martinez. A 12-time All-Star and 3-time Gold Glover at shortstop, he would lead the Cincinnati Reds to a World Series title in 1990 and win the National League MVP in 1995. From the class of 2012, Barry Larkin. For a full decade, this Hall of Famer would average 37 homers, 115 RBIs, and scoring 116 runs per season. The National League MVP in 1994, all 15 years with the Houston Astros. From the class of 2017, Jeff Bagwell. "12 times in 14 years, he'd drive in at least 90 runs. He hit 3 big World Series home runs in the all-time 1975 World Series, helping the Big Red Machine over the Boston Red Sox. From the class of 2000, Tony Perez. The 1996 National League Cy Young Award winner, he threw over 200 postseason innings, finishing with a stellar 2.67 playoff ERA. He closed out games for 4 seasons as well, finishing with 154 saves to go with his 213 wins. From the class of 2015, John Smoltz. A star fielder at the hot corner, he won 8 Gold Gloves at third base, while also driving in over 100 runs in 5 different seasons. A 7-time All-Star from the class of 2023, Scott Rowland. He broke in with the Detroit Tigers at the age of 19 and played a standout shortstop for 20 seasons. He helped lead the Tigers to a wire-to-wire World Series championship in 1984, winning the World Series MVP as well. From the class of 2018, Alan Trammell. A 7-time All-Star, he led his league in stolen bases 4 times and won a batting title in 1986. His 808 stolen bases are the 5th highest all time, and he finished his career with a .385 on-base percentage. From the class of 2017, Tim Raines. This Boston star led his league in total bases 4 times and is still the last man in the American League to top 400 bases in a single season. He was the American League MVP in 1978. From the class of 2009, Jim Rice. An outstanding catcher and third baseman, he was the 1971 National League MVP, hitting .363 for the St. Louis Cardinals. But this 9-time All-Star made an even more lasting mark as a manager, leading the New York Yankees to 4 World Series titles in 5 years. From the class of 2014, Joe Torre. A 13-time Gold Glove winner, he is the standard for fielding at the shortstop position. The all-time leader at the position in assists, he also finished his career with over 2,400 hits. From the class of 2002, the Wizard, Ozzie Smith. He is baseball's Iron Man, playing a record 2,632 consecutive games, passing the immortal Lou Gehrig for one of sports' most respected records. An outstanding shortstop, he'd lead the American League in assists in 7 different seasons, also amassing over 3,100 hits and 400 home runs. From the class of 2007, Cal Ripken Jr. The National League Cy Young Award winner in 1991 and again in 1998. Part of the all-time great Atlanta Braves rotation, he would win 20 games 5 times and earn the 1995 World Series MVP. A 10-time All-Star from the class of 2014, Tom Glavine. A spectacular center fielder, he won 10 Gold Gloves. The 1997 American League MVP, while with the Seattle Mariners. He would finish with 630 career home runs. From the class of 2016, Ken Griffey Jr. He retired with the most doubles in baseball history by a right-handed hitter. He is the modern baseball leader in being hit by a pitch. And when he wasn't getting plunked, he knocked 3,060 career base hits. From the class of 2015, Craig Biggio. And now the class of 2025. One of the most exciting players of the 1970s, winning the National League MVP in 1978, All-Star MVP honors in 1979. A 7-time All-Star, he helped lead the 1979 Pirates and the 1989 A's to World Series titles. He was with us in December when he got the news that this day was coming. He passed away just last month. He is represented by his son, David Parker II. Let us welcome him to the stage, and let's hear it for the Cobra Hall of Famer, Dave Parker. For over a decade, in a low run-scoring era, he would slug .554, second only to Henry Aaron in that span. The National League Rookie of the Year in 1964, he would lead his league in home runs, park-adjusted OPS twice. An outstanding slugger and base runner, he would particularly excel in 1972, leading the American League in homers, RBIs, on base, and slugging, winning the American League MVP while with the Chicago White Sox. Please welcome to the stage his widow, Willa Allen, and let's hear it for Hall of Famer Dick Allen. In 2007, he would win the American League Cy Young Award for Cleveland. In 2008, he'd lead Milwaukee to the playoffs with stretch run heroics that featured his last 3 starts on short rest. In 2009, he'd pitched 5 postseason games, 2 of the last 3 on short rest, all to a sub-2 ERA, leading the New York Yankees to their most recent World Series championship. Please welcome, from the class of 2025, Hall of Famer CC Sabathia. A 5'10" right-hander who learned how to throw left-handed and 100 miles per hour. A flame-throwing reliever, he'd make 7 All-Star teams with the Astros, Mets, Phillies, and Braves. He is number 2 all-time in park-adjusted ERA, behind only Mariano Rivera, and retired with the highest number 1 strikeout percentage in Major League history. Please welcome Hall of Famer Billy Wagner. He debuted in the United States as the American League Rookie of the Year and Most Valuable Player in 2001. In his first 10 years in the major leagues, he averaged 224 hits per season, peaking with the all-time single-season record of 262 in 2004. Despite reaching the U.S. major leagues at the age of 27, he would become the 30th player in big league history to reach the revered 3,000-hit milestone. A terrific all-around player, winner of 10 Gold Gloves, he is the first Japanese-born player to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Please welcome Hall of Famer Ichiro Suzuki.